What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, bringing you yet another episode of Pokemon Y today. In today's episode, it's going to be number 3, and we're going to start off right where we left off last time, I guess. I couldn't think of the right wording there, but we're on Route 3. And yeah, last time we went through the Santalune Forest, we caught a couple of Pokemon. You know, we spammed some bubble action and all that good stuff. Caught a couple of Pikachus as well, and by a couple I mean one. Anyway, as you can see from the bottom screen there, I'm just like going to town on that punching bag there, the core training bag as they call it. I did some super training with Froakie off screen, and I'm just going to be explaining how this works and, you know, just do a little brief demonstration. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, just so you guys, I guess if you don't know what it is, or if you're not familiar with it, you know, just so I can show it. So anyway, basically this is for EV training, and you start off with having one available tier for, you know, each stat, and that's what the 6 mini games are for. I'm going to be demonstrating one here. After you beat each of the 6 in each tier, you know, you get to move up to the different levels. I'm up to level 3 here, which is the highest you can go for a non-fully EV trained Pokemon. And Froakie is almost fully EV trained, but not quite. So I fully EV trained him in Special Attack, and basically that's all I really cared about. I just wanted Special Attack to be at the maximum, and then as for the rest of the stats, it could be pretty much random, so I just decided, you know what, we'll just do Defense for this particular one. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, we just blew up the Golem balloon there, and as you can see, level 3 is going to be plus 12 in Defense, and the plus 12 is the EV count. Obviously, there's a max of 255 in each stat, but it actually limits it to 252 because that's all that actually counts as far as going towards that specific stat. And when you win, you get different punching bags, or core training bags as they call it, and that allows you to get extra EVs. So this one in particular is a large defense bag, and that's going to grant us 12 extra defense EVs, and that's going to push us almost to the limit there. Froakie should be just about completely EV trained all the way around, and there's actually a little icon with like some guy flexing up in the top left hand corner of the bottom screen there if he is fully EV trained. So I guess it's not quite there, but he'll get there from different battles, or maybe I can just use another whatchamacallit, core training bag. I have a couple of extra ones here, so we'll go ahead and go for this other defense one. So basically, if those of you, well, if there are any of you that have not heard of EV training, I suggest you look it up on Cerebee's website or Smogon or something like that. It's all over the web, but basically it just, you know, influences the stats and stuff. If you're a competitive player, you know exactly what I'm talking about, so that's that. Also, I just wanted to show you really quick that I caught a couple of extra Pokemon, so that's why my Pokedex is up to 17 Pokemon. But yeah, that is pretty much all the just random stuff I wanted to show you guys. Now we're going to get back on track. And first up is battling this little preschooler kid. And he's going to send out a Caterpie first. We've got our famous Shinobi, level 12. And I believe he evolves at level 16, so we're kind of sort of getting there. He might evolve, like, I don't know, maybe next time? I don't even know. So we go for the bubble there. Yeah, obviously that's going to take out that Caterpie. No one lives the bubble. No one. In comes Azurill, and that's a Pokemon we haven't seen yet, but we can actually capture that in the grass here. So if you wanted to get an Azumarill on your team, you can capture one here, and you can capture one with huge power as well. So that's awesome, because that's pretty much the only viable ability for Azumarill. Its other ability is Thick Fat, and that's not really worth it with Azumarill's bad attack stats. So, alright, moving on, we have another battle with another preschooler, and I just never really understood the concept of battling preschoolers in Pokemon games. Why are they just like hanging around just on like random roads by themselves and challenging people to fights? I don't get it. I don't get it one bit. Nonetheless, we have a Pichu here. It's going to be at level 5. There's no way that it's going to live a bubble. No way. So down goes the Pichu. And I don't even know where she got this thing. You have to breed Pikachu to get a Pichu. And you can't capture Pichu in the grass anywhere around here, so kind of strange, I guess. But yeah, that's that. Now, as for that item up there, we're going to need the HM for cuts, and I do not have that at this point. What was that? Somebody just came flying through on roller skates. Hopefully we'll get that, well, actually, we can probably get that this episode. Alright, so I'm going to go to the south here. To the north is going to be Santalune City, but before we do that, I want to round up some of the extra items that are down here, and there's a couple of battles as well. First of which is against this girl, and she's going to have a Bidoof, and I believe Bidoof is just a pure normal type. I don't think it gains its water typing until it evolves into, whatchamacallit, the adult HM Slave. B-Barrel, that's it. So it goes for the tackle, and it gets the crit. But Shinobi don't care. He's just going to go for the quick attack. And yeah, level 6 Bidoof is no match for that. So down goes the Bidoof. And this is awesome, getting some much needed money because I pretty much spent all of my money. I don't think I'm going to get enough just from preschoolers to be able to buy any decent amount of extra items though. Maybe some Pokeballs. As you can see, as I'm picking up the Super Potion here, if you look at the bottom screen, I picked up a Soothing Bag. And that actually will help us befriend a Pokemon a little bit easier. But not only that, but I don't know if you caught it, because we're getting into a wild battle here with a Bidoof. But there was the little flexing bodybuilder guy in the upper left-hand corner of that bottom screen that indicates that Froakie is now completely EV trained after defeating that Bidoof. So that is pretty cool, I guess. And there it is. You can see it, kind of, sort of. It's darkened, but yeah, so Froakie is done with the EV training. If for any reason you make a mistake, it is possible to get a reset bag, and it's just like a plain white-looking bag that you can get from just randomly hitting the core bag without anything there. And what that does is it just removes all of the EVs that you have in case you made a mistake or you just want to change the setup or anything. They're kind of rare to come by, but yeah, it is possible to fix things if you made a mistake for any reason. So that's that. So this person here is going to have the 3 monkeys. And we defeated the first one, Pansage, with a couple of licks. And yeah, so I grew up to level 6, not 16. I wish 16. You wish, Shinobi. 13. And I didn't learn anything good. In comes the Pansear. That's going to be the easiest of the monkeys because it's the only one that doesn't resist Bubble. So, yeah, Pansear, that's what it is. Yeah, he goes down in one hit to Bubble, so in comes the Panpour. You know what, I'm just going to go for a Bubble here. I know it's not very effective, but this thing's only level 3, and yeah, it can't even live that. Cannot even live that. Even things that resist Bubble go down to Bubble. I'm going to be so upset when I have to get rid of Bubble for something better. It'll probably be this episode. I think Froakie learns Water Pulse before he evolves, so should be soon. Oh, I thought you were going to battle me. Oh, man. Alright, well, I guess we have some exploring to do. And there's a Pokemon Center here, but first I want to go into this boutique. And there's a couple of these throughout the region that we're going to be running into. And at these places you can buy different accessories and clothing items to change up your outfit. I am pretty much broke as crap right now, as you can tell, with a whopping $1,440 to my name. So I guess I could buy one of these caps if I really wanted to, because some of them are only $800, but not worth it. I'm going to need that money for other stuff. So maybe one of the other shops at some point will stop and get something. I definitely want to change this outfit, but just not right now. So as we go into the Pokemon Center here, look, it's Tierno. Are you here to get your Pokemon healed too? Pokemon Centers sure are great. You can talk to the lady at the counter and have her heal your... Yeah, I know how Pokemon Centers work. I know how they work, man. He's also going to explain that we can head on back to the back right-hand corner of the Pokemon Center and go to the Pokemart there. They have Pokeballs on one side and usually just various other things on the other side. Well, not just Pokeballs on the left side. Usually they have on the left side Pokeballs and, you know, all the potions and stuff like that. And then on the right side they have things like TMs and sometimes like the X Attack, all that stuff. And then vitamins like protein and iron and stuff. And I believe that's Lavera City for the vitamins. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. Let's check into the PC and get rid of some of these extra Pokemon. I do not need to be carrying 6 Pokemon around with me. Yeah, so I got rid of pretty much everyone. And I was going to keep Zigzagoon, but then I realized it had Gluttony and not Pickup. So that would be the only reason that I would choose it over Bidoof, because Bidoof can learn Waterfall. I'm pretty sure Linoone cannot. So, yeah, we're going to stick with Bidoof. Bidoof is like the best HM slave ever. Yes, hashtag best HM slave ever. Alright, so what else do we have to do here? Let's talk to you. There's a fitting room in the back. Okay, so if you have like a change of clothes or anything like that, you can go into that fitting room back there and change. So that is cool, I guess, you know, if there's no boutique or anything, because there's not a boutique in every town. So, alright, so Pokeballs and potions are the only things that this shop sells. And I kind of want to buy Pokeballs because I want to capture a couple of Pokemon on route, I think it's 21? I want to say it's 21 or 22. It's to the east of this town, but I don't really have the money, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. Hopefully I can do that after the gym. But in the meantime, we have a couple of buildings that we can check out. I'm sure there's some kind of stuff that we can check out here or pick up some items somewhere. So I'm just going to go into all the houses really quick and talk to these guys. My bad. Alright, so yeah, that guy basically just tells you that this place is going to have a bug Pokemon gym. This lady right here tells you what the badges do, and, you know, as an example, the bug badge allows Pokemon that are traded to obey you if they're traded up to level 30, and yeah, I guess, I mean, if you're going to do the GTS or anything like that, and there's also actually a trade that you can do, I believe, in Santalune City for a Farfetch'd, and if it is in this city, I will do it in this episode, but you could technically, I guess, train it up to level 30 if you really wanted to, and then have it not obey you. But okay, basically, they don't really have anything useful to say. She was just talking about evolution and how you can stop it, but all of this stuff is knowledge from previous Pokemon games, and we don't really need to concern ourselves with any of that. There's also the trainer school in this town, and they really don't make that big of a deal out of it as they have in previous games. In fact, there's like no battles or anything. I believe you just pick up a couple of items in there and that's it. Anyway, this is the guy that I was talking about. He's going to trade you a Farfetch'd if you have a Bunnelby, and it allows you to do it from the PC if you want. So thankfully I picked up a Bunnelby on Route 2, I think it was. So might as well just trade him. You can also catch a Farfetch'd on the route east of Santalune City. So I guess, I mean, they're rare, so it makes sense to want to trade. And it also makes sense to want to trade if you're having trouble with the type matchup in the first gym, because Farfetch'd is going to be a flying type, and he's going to be super effective on the bug type gym, so that will work wonders if you're having problems. Admittedly, though, this gym really isn't that difficult. It really, really isn't. So we'll probably get to the gym, I'm thinking, in the next episode. Oh, what do you have to say? Were you just thinking about the shops? Okay, so basically she's just saying that the shops will stock more items once you get more badges, but yeah, they do that in every game anyway. Alright, so that big building in the center there is going to be the trainer school, and we can't go down that route where that girl was, so just going up here to check out what's up here, but there's nothing at all, so it's pretty much a waste of our time. We might as well go in there. I think there's just like X items or like Dire Hit or something like that that somebody gives you. I'm gonna guess it's this guy. Oh ho, a new face in town. Yes, he's going to give you X attacks, so multiple, I don't know how many. I don't really care. He's also going to give us X defenses because he's just feeling particularly generous, I guess. And I'm almost positive that nobody else in here is going to give us anything, but I'm going to try because I'm greedy like that. Don't even bother trying to check the trash cans. There's nothing pretty much in this entire game in the trash cans, so yeah, the first time I played through, I checked every single trash can without fail. I don't know, every game since Red, basically, I just always check the trash cans, always. So here's the gym. Hey, stranger, isn't cruising around town on your roller skates the coolest thing ever? Wait, do you mean to tell me that you don't even own a pair of roller skates? Way to make me feel bad. Wow. Then how about this? If you beat me in a Pokemon battle, I'll give you a pair. I can never say no to a contest, not me, so how about it? Do you want a battle? Of course. Of course. This actually is going to turn out to be a pretty easy battle, honestly. So you kind of can't lose. I mean, I guess you could if you just never use attacking moves, but... Anywho, all this lady has is a Zigzagoon, and it's at level 7. I've got my Shinobi out here. We'll go for the Bubble, and we all know that Bubble wrecks lives, and Zigzagoon, you cannot stand up to that. No way, no how. And yeah, the Zigzagoon goes down in one hit. That's pretty much it. Pitiful money, as usual. Not as bad as the preschoolers, though, so can't complain too much. Well, wow, that was amazing. You might even be stronger than a gym leader. All right, here you go. One spiffy pair of roller skates, just as like, why do you have extra roller skates just hanging around? And where were you holding them? Listen up. I'll read you the instructions for your new pair of roller skates, okay? Our roller skates snap right onto any shoes so that you can glide your way around. All you need to do is move the circle pad to get those wheels going, and that's all there is to it. So, actually, this thing is a pretty cool alternative to the bike, and honestly, I like it better than the bike. And if I could use it for, like, hatching eggs and stuff when I was breeding, I would definitely use it. But turns out that it's just a happy medium speed between running and using the bike, so... Anyway, this is Route 20. I think it said 22. I did not catch it. I'm pretty sure Route 21 is to the west of Snowbell City, which is something that we're not even going to get into now, but I'm thinking this is Route 22. But feel free to jump all over me in the comment section if I'm wrong about that. So my bad. Anyway, I want to get this battle out of the way because I want to do some searching in the grass. Right around here, because there's actually 2 Pokemon that in particular that I want to capture that are actually going to be on my team for this game. And one of them I'm going to need for the gym. Not that Froakie can't handle it, because I could very easily just evolve Froakie into Frogadier, and that would just make everything so much easier. But yeah, there's a Pokemon I just haven't used yet, so... I want to give it a go. Anyway, Leo is going to come out. We haven't seen this Pokemon yet. It's going to be a normal and flying, or not normal and flying type. It's not a bird. It's not a bird at all. It's a normal and fire type. Yes, it's a lion cub. So, yeah, the water type move, obviously, that takes down Leo. And I'm trying to learn Water Pulse, so we're going to have to get rid of Bubble, the almighty Bubble. Makes a very quick exit. We've only had it for... It didn't even make it through the 3rd episode. Oh well. I guess Water Pulse is just going to have to be the new Bubble. Too bad. Alright, so... That's the Grassland I was talking about. I might as well just battle this person as well, because when I'm running around in the grass, I'll probably just not pay attention and then run out and battle this person by accident. And knowing me, I wouldn't save either, so... yeah, I don't want to have to not show it. So... Yes, this is just basically a preventative measure of me just being stupid and such. Alright, so she's going to have a Goldeen level 6, it's just a pure water type. Nothing to really be worried about. It goes down to a Water Pulse, even though it's not very effective. And it kind of sucks that Shinobi is so powerful, honestly. I can just spam Water Pulse and kill anything, doesn't matter if it resists it or not, apparently. But in their defense... I mean, the levels aren't even close. This Meryl's at level 6, Shinobi's at level 14. So, yeah, there's kind of a huge gap there, so it explains why my water moves are doing so much to things that even resist it. Froakie's not really that powerful, even, you know, when it's fully EV trained and all that stuff. Alright, well, that's pretty much the last thing that I wanted to do in this episode now that we defeated those 2 trainers. Off screen, I'm going to capture some Pokemon around here in the grass. There's Farfetch, Litleo, Riolu, Dunsparce. I think I captured a Dunsparce already. I think that's it. But just see what else I missed. Basically, that's it. In the next episode, we'll finish wandering around here because this actually turns into a dead end for now. We'll come back later. But we'll battle the rest of the trainers, pick up some items if we can, and then head back and get ready for a gym challenge. But that's it for this time, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, because it helps a lot. You guys are awesome, by the way, for doing that. And I will see you next time. But until then, game on.